Hey buddy, Paul here again from Ballistic Blood Bullets with a trade video and another cool Canadian connection trade with my very good friend Philip, aka Horror Macabre Crazy. Now I'm sure that you will all know Philip very well, know what a really good decent guy he is, very honourable guy, knows his stuff, loves his horror particularly, and definitely loves his hardbox collection, and he's got some very cool European horror action hard boxes in his collection. Very envious of that, and he just loves his cool covers. And for Philip, a couple here that don't think I've shown before, but this is in honour of you, Philip, my friend. A couple of hard boxes here, Killer Crocodile and Killer Crocodile 2 from, of course, Fabrizio De Angelis, aka Larry Ludman. Anybody who'd like to see more on these two, very happy to do a video at a later date, and it's long overdue actually that I should be doing a video on my hardbox collection. So with that in mind, we're definitely looking to doing that at some stage in the near future. Anyway, this video is all about Philip's very cool trade. And just to start off, just wanted to show you guys how professional, how caring, how decent, and what a fantastic collector that Philip is. And he knows how to package the goodies. And here we have them, very well packaged. And they both came in a very nicely padded envelope as well, all the way from Canada. And what is incredible as well, each time we've done a trade over the last year or so, particularly the rates of quickness from both the Canadian post and the UK post has been phenomenal. Both our packages to each other have arrived within just 1 week, somewhere between 5 and 7 days. So big thumbs up to the combined efforts of the Canadian and UK post. But enough of all this. Let's just do a quick opening of these packages and have a look to see what goodies Philip has very kindly sent to me. Okay, so let's take a look at the first movie that Philip very kindly picked me up. Now both of these films are Future Shop exclusives, and the first one we're looking at is of course Captain America the Winter Soldier. This is the Future Shop Steelbook edition of the film, and it is the 3D version as well. So what we get is the 3D Blu-ray and also the standard two-day we get it today, not tomorrow. The standard 2D Blu-ray version of the film as well. Let's just have a little look around it, and it's very similar to the UK version, particularly the artwork that is applied, but this is all bells and whistles stuff. Very cool indeed. I haven't seen the film, but big fan of the new Marvel movies, and also looking forward to the DC bandwagon getting into the big screen adaptations as well. Both of the comic book giants are of course delivering some fantastic comic book to screen TV series as well. Got programs like the Arrow, and we've got the Flash coming out soon as well. These are very well done, high gloss workings of the comic books, and very welcome indeed. Won't spend too much time on this because of course it is a film that people have done various videos on in all the releases, but very cool. Thank you so much for getting this, Philip. I know that this was quite a hard one to come by, and just like over here in the UK, did sell out pretty darn quickly. So very grateful to you for getting in and securing me one of these, and I think you got yourself one as well. So brilliant stuff. Now just as a quick comparison, because I love these so much and I know that they're really cool, I wanted to ensure that I got myself one, so I did pick up the UK Steelbook release as well. Now what's interesting is that, with all due respect to Future Shop, this British release does actually have that little bit extra about it. The artwork, hopefully you can see, is just that little bit different. Here at the top, compared to the Future Shop one, there's more information shown with the aircraft carrier that Captain America's standing on the precipice of there, and also here we do have his shield is actually embossed, so it's slightly raised, and also very, very interestingly, also the head of Captain America is embossed there as well. But we'll see that Steve Rogers, aka Captain America, we see him without any helmet on at all there, but on the Canadian release he is wearing his full Captain America helmet. Very, very subtle little differences, and the same is also apparent on the reverse. Just subtle little differences, but very interesting indeed. If we see the sort of panoramic view here on the UK release, just sweeping on over to the Canadian release, just that little bit different. And again, Captain America, notice there he's got his full Captain America regalia with the helmet, and here we've got Captain America just probably getting prepared for battle, but he's still very much there without the helmet in his Steve Reeves standard appearance. Very interesting, very, very subtle differences, but absolutely delighted. Can't thank you enough for it. Really, really do appreciate it. Both of these releases are 3D versions of the film as well, and have been really enjoying watching the 3D films on my home view 3D viewer TV. So delighted, absolutely thrilled with this one. Thank you for that. Fantastic stuff. Just a little bit about Captain America. A couple of little tidbits just to make this video a little bit more interesting perhaps. Captain America, Winter Soldier, of course, 2014, sequel to the first release of Captain America. This one again stars Chris Evans, Samuel Y the L am I in every movie going Jackson. He just seems to be in everything, doesn't he? Scarlett Johansson as the Black Widow, and Sebastian Stan is the Winter Soldier. And this one's got Robert Redford in, no less, as well. Maybe using a mite bit too much on-screen dynamite there, Butch. There is a little Canadian tidbit, actually, in this movie, as a brief mention of a Canadian agency called Department H pops up in the film by the Black Widow, mentioned by the Black Widow, and is the same organisation that experimented on Wolverine and gave him his adamantium skeleton in the Marvel comic books. Interesting stuff. Now also, as I say, I've not seen the film, but I've been made aware that Captain America is very much looking back on his life and how he's got to be in this future world, all very strange to him, but he's trying to put his life in order, and he apparently has got himself a catch-up list, and apparently this catch-up list varies from country and territory around the world. So they actually filmed this particular sequence numerous times, probably a dozen or so times for the various countries and territories around the world. So they do differ. So interesting stuff. Just as an example, the difference between the American release and the UK release of the catch-up list. In the US it consists of a few such as catching up with I Love Lucy, Star Wars, Rocky, and rock band Nirvana, just to name a few. Whilst over here in the UK, his list consists of the likes of the Beatles, Sean Connery, and TV show Sherlock. Now this is the first film in the Marvel Cinematic universe to actually reveal Nick Fury without his patch. So do keep an eye out for that. Drum roll. But very interesting stuff, and very, very cool indeed. So there we have a look at Captain America, and particularly the Canadian version from Future Shop. Very cool indeed. So let's now check out the second goodie that Philip very kindly picked up for me. Okay, with a snappy cut to the second movie that Philip's kindly got for me, and it is of course Godzilla. And this is also the 3D Blu-ray release of the movie as well. Really, really excited for this one. I haven't seen the movie. Real big Godzilla fan, going back to, of course, the original from the late 50s, the Japanese original version, Godzilla. Loving this, really can't wait to watch this one, and again it's going to be a 3D viewing experience, first time viewing, and this one is a very, very nice release. And again, it not only has the 3D Blu-ray issue of the movie here, but also Blu-ray version of the standard 2D cinematic release as well, and very, very much looking forward to checking this one out. Very, very cool indeed. And speaking of cool, this one also comes with a very cool slip cover as well. Very, very nice, and very, very pleased to have this. Always nice to have that little extra something. And slip covers, okay, perhaps not everybody's cup of tea, but I think the majority of us would prefer to have a slip cover to accompany our Blu-ray pickup or DVD pickup, and I definitely do very much appreciate these. And again, can't say thank you enough to Philip. This is a really, really cool release issue of the movie, and I was going to say I've heard some really, really good things, but there's been some indifferent views on this one. I think that a lot of people are starting to say that Godzilla actually total appearance time in a 2-hour movie is about 8 minutes. But that's really being objective, not perhaps the way to look at it, because the whole point of the movie is the building of the suspense and the background, and just I would suspect that when we get the first full reveal of Godzilla, it is probably the most memorable point of the movie. So I'm not against that, as long as they address that in the sequel and we get to see Godzilla a lot more, that's fine by me. So really looking forward to this very, very much indeed. Of course, this being also a 2014 release from earlier in the year, and from director Gareth Edwards, and he has also been penciled in for director of the sequel, which at the moment is earmarked for 2018, so 4 years on, that's quite a wait, isn't it? But this is one heck of a big, literally monster movie, so if it takes 4 years and they do it right, that's absolutely fine. But also some news recently coming out from Japan was that the release of the film was very, very successful indeed, all across Asia, and the Japanese production stable, Toho Studios, were delighted with what the Americans did on this occasion with their major monster franchise. So much so that they have given a special license to the Americans to use other classic kaiju monsters for the sequel. So we may well get to see such great Toho Studio monster greats as Rodan and Mothra and King Ghidorah. That would be something pretty special indeed. So they have got the license to be able to do that if they so wish to do so. Now, Toho Studios also provided the original Godzilla Roar for this movie, which was enhanced by the sound designers to give it a more organic feel. So that roar from Godzilla is an enhanced version of the original Godzilla guttural sound. Great stuff. Really, really delighted with these movies that are coming out. Big monster movies, getting big productions, and really excited about the future. Of course, we also had the very, very cool Pacific Rim, another big hit monster movie. Really enjoyed that. And coming in 2016, already well into production, is Skull Island, which is a production of King Kong's Origins. And apparently somewhere down the line, if that's a big success as well, we could well get to see King Kong versus Godzilla in a crossover movie, which I guess would be somewhere around 2020. So very, very cool, very, very much worth looking out for, and cannot wait for what the future of these big budget monster movie productions have to offer for us. But for now, just to close the video, again to say a huge thank you to Philip for sorting out Captain America, Winter Soldier and Godzilla for me, both in 3D. Really, really grateful. Thank you, Philip. Great guy, as I say. Absolutely one of the most honourable, decent people that I've met through YouTube, and delighted to know, and always point people in the direction of his fantastic site on YouTube. Do check out his channel. But for now, thank you all very, very much indeed for watching. Hope that you've enjoyed the video, and look forward as always to your comments. Till next time, take care everybody. See you all soon. Bye for now.